Okay. Today I'm going to talk about speaking skill or the strategy for the speaking skill, right? Okay. The previous time I did the speaking strategy and try to explain about sport and competition, right? So this is the maybe the topic for speaking. Number three. It's all about historic places. Okay. This is kind of like a trend right now because we can see a lot of people likely to persuade to see the historical places in our country. For example, like we go to the Ayutthaya, Sukhothai, or this kind of thing, lots of old building or historic places that we have to understand and try to explain about it. So today I might okay, I'm going to talk about history, okay, and also the historical places which can be considered in the speaking, especially for IELTS speaking in part three of discussion topic. Okay, so today, I just want to raise some topic which is effective for all of you to understand something first, and then we can practice later. Because actually, in order to practice very fluent, you have to have a background information or even the accent or important information before you deliver your speaking or your practice about that. Okay, so here it would be like the things that I would like to share to all of you. Okay, so the question about historical places would be like, what do you think about how to protect historic building in the present time? So this is the question that might a critical thinking as well, because I guess that when we want to talk about how to protect right historical places, it can be you have to have a good background or good knowledge in terms of story. So we have to talk the importance of history in that building. For example, if you can explain about Ayutthaya, right, you have to tell a bit more detail about Ayutthaya in the present time, in the previous time or in the traditional time, and then just involved within the present time that the people are likely to see something like that or not. So this kind of like a critical that is depend on the person. If you really interested in the history, you can come up with the best answer when it comes to the classroom or the test day. Okay, and I would like to suggest that another question type for the historical places would be like the benefit, okay, the advantage, okay, of the interesting historical places. So we can differentiate the variety of interesting historical places, okay? For example, if you go to the north of Thailand, you can see the variety of the history in that area, right? However, if we go to the south of Thailand, or if we go to the maybe Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. So it's very different when it comes to the kind of like history, or the building might be different as well. So here it would be very important for a student to talk about the interesting places in particular places. Okay, so anyway, it's not likely to be just only for benefit, but sometimes we have to explain a bit more detail. It would be like a discussion about how could we protect, because it will be destroying something or not, or things like this is very important and interesting topic that we have to prepare about that. Okay, and okay, maybe the trend of the historical places would asked on the exam day as well. So we have to prepare about future historical places. Why do we need to preserve or conserve the historical places on, and what will happen after this, or what do you think about future historical places in your in terms of your opinion or perspective. Okay, so here it might be like, because we are in the modern way of people live right now. So historical places in the future, what do you think about that? It would be exist or not, or it will be lose or disappear from this world or not. So we have to think about this kind of critical issue as well. Okay, and another type that might be art for the historical places is all about like instruction or teaching about history. Why do you think it is important to teach history for the students in the present time, and how important it is for their history? Okay, when we are living in the current time, that we did not see the reality in the past time, because the past time it would be history already. So we have to explain or elicit some information about history or importance of history, and involve or try to integrate in the classroom of history. Why do we need history? History teacher should teach things important for the student, and how students should know about the history. So this kind of question likely to be a critical issue as well, because right now if some people did not know about history, they might not be able to understand the reality or the way that people believe, or the way that people behave in the present time. Okay, so it is very important when it comes to the classroom of history as well. Okay, and another way to learn history in the classroom. So basically, history can be described or lecture in the classroom. So you can see like a lot of people are boring with this history subject, because the content or the detail is a lot, and the information is extended. So in the reality, in the classroom of history, we have to integrate the way to teach in different way. So here it would be like, what do you think about history and movie, or history and written text, things like that? So what do you think about history that reflect movie that reflect about history can be shown the like the different or the trend that the students should know about that. So we have to talk about that. For example, if we talk about the movie, right, stereotype, things like that, so it reflects the history in what way, and it can help the student understanding in what way. So we have to prepare about this kind of question when it comes to the historical places topic. Okay, another thing, it would be like, what do you think about history, or subject about history, and how we have to maintain this subject to be long lasting? Because actually it's kind of very interesting that we go through the past time, and how influence people should do, and what about the impact that go for the story. Okay, so the ancestor or the people in the past time, what did they do in that time? And yeah, so the student in the present time did not know some information about it, why they should know, and why they should behave, and why they should respect, something like that. Okay, so this is very important, and I would suggest that it's kind of very difficult topic as well if you don't have any information about it. Okay, so this is kind of like a video that I would like to share. Again, how to protect historical places is very important. And what do you think about history subject in the classroom or in school setting? And what kinds of interesting historical places or history in different way? Okay, so this kind of a topic might ignite some idea to you, and you can improve your speaking to be better. So today I just gonna finish a class of explaining about speaking for topic number 3 today, historical places. And if you have any inquiry or information that you would like to share something, you can comment below. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.